Hi again, this is Rick Rogers at Doomsday Models. Thank you for all of the kind comments and the views I've been getting. You guys are great, and I just really enjoy doing this hobby for you all. And anytime a couple of you had recommendations you want for a model to do, I'm happy to do that just based on my preferences, so I hope you don't mind. So today I have a guest star here, a friend of mine, Angelo DeCopolis. And I made him a T34 76 in winter camo. It's actually my favorite paint scheme, and he brought it over today. So,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Rick.
Absolutely. So, talk about your tank here that I made here for you. This is for Christmas last year or year before?
I think it was year before. I appreciate you having me on because I've been nagging you over and over to get this tank onto your show. Very happy with it. When I asked for T34, I also said, Rick, can you do it in the winter camo? Because that's what I like.
Yep.
When I think T34, I think winter, Eastern Front, World War II.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about here. So, beautiful tank. It's on my desk, and I see it every day, and I basically use it as a paperweight. But what I like that you did about this, what takes it to the next level, let's go over here, is the weathering. The weathering makes it very impressive.
Weathering makes it fun.
Right here we got what looks like some rust.
Yep.
And look at this. Excellent job you did here on the vents in the back.
Yeah.
That looks like a tank that's been through some battles, been through some terrible weather.
Dirty, little natural rust and wear and tear. Of course, in Western Front, it'll probably be a lot more torn up, but I just can't bear to tear up a tank too much. But, yeah, I was happy to do this for you. This was just for Christmas, you guys. I had I did Angelo's tank. I did a tank for my son. I did a tank for my daughter, all at request. So how can I say no when you got fans like that? But yeah, these are the decals and everything really shaped up well. This was a true paint scheme on the Russian front. The Russians did this. Maybe somebody out there, I can't get any information on why they chose this pattern. If it's they can't, it kind of messes up what direction you're coming from because of the crisscross pattern. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a morale thing, but I think it's really neat. And I'm glad Angelo asked for a winter camo, and I just upped it up a notch, I think. So,
well, I think it's going to work real well in forest, on tundra, in snow. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's hard to argue with success. They were pretty successful on the Eastern Front.
They were, and they produced these like crazy in the Eastern Front, and the Germans could not keep up.
Look at that weathering right there. I wish we had a before and after before you did the weathering, because before you did the weathering, the camo looked impressive, but it still looked more like a toy than a tank. And once you did the weathering, it's like, whoa. Now all I need to do is set up a diorama background for it. That's the next level.
Yeah.
But beautiful tank. Really appreciate it, Rick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I thought I'd show you guys. Thanks, Angelo. I thought I'd show you guys also some of my T34 76 collection. Because I miss Angelo's tank so much when I left the house, I'm making my very own. This is the one I showed you guys in the basic Russian green, which I've told you I think is kind of boring. Of course, many just went to the field, and sometimes you only had a week shelf life before they were destroyed. So why put too much time on the paint scheme? That's the Russian thing. So I've got these patterns laid out, and I'm going to show you right here. I did this paint scheme. I laid it out with the tape. And you just, then you paint it the winter white. And when you're done, when the paint's just set, you kind of start scratching on it and doing it with a wet paintbrush and just get some wear and tear on it. And if you guys can see that or not, it's just if the troops would like on the back here, when the troops got on the back, Russian troops would always ride in the tanks into battle, so they can be right next to the tanks. So the German infantry could not make trouble for the tanks. So they were their protectors. Also, I made a T-34 76 that the Germans captured in their early victories when they invaded Germany in 1941. They captured a lot of equipment and put them to use. I believe they were called Butte Panzers. That was their designation for capture vehicles that they put German markings on and used in combat. And this is your basic Russian green. And I just reached, I had it glossed the entire time, because that's a lot of us do for decals, so that film won't be seen, and then you go back and do a flat. Well, I kept moving on to the next project, and about a year or two later, I finally put some flat on it, and now it looks nice. Now it looks nice. Not a lot of weathering on this. I kind of wanted just the classic color. Like I say, I do the tank museum kind of look to it, which is kind of annoying to some modelers, but that's just my style. This is a Hobby Boss 234-76 I have not built yet. And this is another one right here. So this is the only two left I have to build, and I'll be done with the T34-76. And hopefully I will not go any further with any other purchases. Drive my wife crazy. This is something else I want to talk to you guys about. A lot of you guys really like these little storage lockers that I had. And I wanted to show you some of the conditions they were in originally. I mean, look at the rust on those. That's just awful. And all I did was sand it down. You know, if you could picture what the drawers are like. See the drawers that are rusted out? And Lodi Street Fair had these. I think I bought them for 10, 15 bucks a piece. And just clean them out and sand them out. And this is the paint I used. And this is a paint that on YouTube that they sell to touch up real vintage World War II vehicles, and they just kind of spray on little places when they've had it on show and stuff, and it gets scratched up. And that way they could keep them up to snuff and keep them where people can enjoy looking at their favorite vehicles of World War II. This is another side thing I want to show you guys. Don't throw stuff away that might be useful. This had basically medicine in it, natural medicine, and I just kept them, and I put lacquer thinner in this, and that's it's perfect. Just put a label on it, and just put it in your airbrush. There, finally focused. What do you know? And it's so much easier. You don't spill nothing. This I put pigment fixer in, which I've yet to use, but I am going to try to use that probably in one of my next projects. And this is the Abteilung 502 products. It's got different pigments that portray light European earth, trench earth, European dust, and probably my favorite Russian earth. So Russian earth is probably something I'll use on my T34-85 that I had out there. And I'm going to make this a short one. And anything you guys want to see next, let me know in the comments. I'll, of course, have my own ideas, and I'll just shuffle things in and out as I want to do them. And we'll just go from there. I do want to thank my guest again, Angelo.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in again. And we'll see you soon, okay? You guys take care.